Hello everyone, Spencer from Buildapreneur here, and we're going to talk all about email automation software, and we're going to go over my favorite one. So just a little prerequisite here. I started with MailChimp, and then I went to Aweber, and then I went to ConvertKit, and then I went to GetResponse, and I ended up with ActiveCampaign. Okay, so I've been through the ringer, and if you don't want to spend forever like I did building automations and stuff into one, and then moving into another, and then moving into another, and just wasting so much time, take heed of what you learn in this video, okay? So I'm going to show you my favorite, which is ActiveCampaign. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. There's a link in the description if you just want to zip over there. But I would look and watch the video for a little bit because I actually make a pretty cool offer at the end. I give away a lot of free stuff at the end of my videos. So what really sets ActiveCampaign apart, okay, is automation. So if you've heard of Infusionsoft, it's one of the most complicated email platforms out there. Very powerful in what it can do, but very confusing. ActiveCampaign can do almost everything Infusionsoft can do, but it's just so much easier to do it. So you can see in mine I've got all kinds of automations, but email automation is so important. I just want to show you an automation and show you how powerful it is. I'm trying to think of what's my favorite automation in here. Yeah, I have favorite automations. Okay, let's click into this one. So one beautiful thing about ActiveCampaign is the visuality of an automation, okay? You kind of want to just see it. You want to see what's happening, and you can see easily in the sequence here. I can see it sending emails. It's doing different things. I can see a split really easily, okay? So I can zoom out and see that it's basically splitting up this, and it's saying, hey, if the person meets this condition, for example, they click the link or whatnot, then do this. If not, do this. And it draws a nice little arrow and starts sending them these emails. And at any point, I can just click and I can drag. I'm not going to mess with this because, as you can see, it's kind of complicated, but I can click and drag these arrows right back again to bring them right back into the main automation. So I pretty much build one long sequence like this. You can see on the left, if you're getting like, whoa, too much, then I'll just break it down here. So people come into this from a ClickFunnels account, which is what I use. I have them wait for a day, and then it actually is super cool. It waits until the contact's time zone, so it looks at their time zone, and it says, okay, and then it sends it at like 3 p.m. their time zone, which is very good, right? You don't want it to send at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. You're going to have a much lower open rate in that case, okay? You can see here it tells you everybody who's in that queue at that point, okay? So you can see exactly where your contacts are. I've got 5 there, 8 there, 5 there. These are people that are in that queue running through this automation, okay? Okay, so it sends out an email, that's the blue ones, and then it does another wait for a day, and then it waits until their time zone is wrecked, and then it sends another email. And you can see that's all pretty basic. But then you can see I do a split here, okay? So I added something, and I'll show you what I did. I added a condition, okay? And I said, hey, I want to split here. I want to choose contacts based on different things when I tag them or how they came into the list or whatnot. Or I can send them to a new automation, or I can set a goal for a contact so that this automation ends when they do certain things. You can see all these different things. I can do an if-else statement like, hey, if the contact meets this criteria, do this. If they meet this criteria, do this. If they're in the U.S., do this. If they're in Europe, do this. Europe has new laws coming into place you might be familiar with. But you can see it's just very beautiful, very easy. And you can just easily see exactly what's going on, and then you can easily see who's where, which is very important. So you can see in here, I can click in here, and I'm probably gonna have to blur out these contacts here. But you can see all these contacts, and you can click into any of them and see exactly what the history of that contact. So they've been tagged with this. Here's the list they're in. These are the automations that they're currently in. Here's all the things that they've done. They've clicked things. They've entered automations. Here's all the emails we've sent to them. Any notes that you may have added to them. So it's just very complete and well thought out. And the reason I love ActiveCampaign so much is whenever I'm like, oh, I want to do this, I can just do it really easily in ActiveCampaign. It always has that feature. Versus a lot of the other ones where it's like, I want to do this, and then you're like, oh, I don't really see a way to do that. And then you reach out to support, and they're like, well, you could do this and this and this, and then kind of roundabout do that. And you're like, no, I just want to do it. And in ActiveCampaign, I've never had that issue. It's just that they just really have thought out every possible option that an email marketer could want. Very easy to send campaigns as well. Okay, you can see I don't send out a ton of campaigns through it because I prefer to do everything through automations. But you can easily build a campaign, which is just like a broadcast email, right? Where you email everybody on a certain list. So we can go in here. We can do split tests, super cool. So you can say, hey, send half of them this email, half of them this email. I'm curious to see which email does better, So run some important testing and things like that. Okay, select the list, right? This is all very easy. Just keep going. And then it's got all kinds of templates that I've saved, okay? Or you can just build an email from scratch. You can do, you can use some of their template styles or whatnot, or you can just and we'll kind of use their template style, subject. This is all pretty basic, and most email autoresponders have this, so I'm not going to like run into it a ton, because realistically, building an email and an autoresponder, as you can see, like they're all like pretty basic, pretty simple. Once again, ActiveCampaign has thought out everything, and that you can see what it's going to look like on mobile. You can see what it's going to look like on a desktop, and very, very simple to see both, right? And then a lot of them don't offer things like that, but I'm not going to like hash on that, because as you can see, you can build beautiful emails using templates just like you can with other autoresponders. But you can also see, wow, they actually thought out, like, I want to preview in both and things like that. Just another example of ActiveCampaign thinking things through and actually putting the time in and caring what their platform looks like. Okay, and we're going to exit now. And other than that, they're pretty similar to other ones. You can create easy forms, so you can add forms and you can throw your forms into your website. You can see I've got a few forms here. I usually use ClickFunnels forms, so I don't really spend a ton of time. But you can easily design a beautiful form. I'm on the lower plan, so I can't use like their beautiful templates, but or like floating bars and things like that. But you could do that. And the last thing I'm going to look at is price reports, and then pricing. Okay, reporting, very, very important, right? So let's peek in here and let's look at any specific email. You can do this in automations as well. This is just a campaign that I sent out. As you can see, I don't send campaigns. But you can see opens, clicks, forwards, unsubscribe, bounces, nice little charts. You can see like the activity stream right here, okay? So like exactly what's going on. When did people click? When did people open emails? And then you can say, hey, look, everyone's opening the email like hours after I send it. I'm probably sending it to people in another country or things like that. And honestly, and then you can go to automation reports and actually look into your automations, okay? So these are different automations I have. And I can see what's going on right here. I can see opens and clicks on different emails. Hover it over and see that 45% of people opened that email. That's an awesome number, 45%, okay? Look at this one, 56%. So they've got good deliverability. Now these ones, ooh, this looks bad, but these emails actually don't send out, so don't feel bad. They're set to not send, and you can see that's why they're like blurred out. But this one, 33%, 31%. Okay, the average open rate is 20%. So ActiveCampaign exceeds the open rate. It has good deliverability. It's got a really good reputation as an email sender, largely because it doesn't let spammy emailers use it, which hopefully that's none of us, right? So that's ActiveCampaign. We're gonna do a quick peek at pricing. Anyway, my plan when I started was $9 a month, okay? $9 a month, which is, you can't get that anywhere else, okay? They're all more expensive than $9 a month. And ActiveCampaign gives you everything, okay? So a lot of these people, well, I'm up to 1,000 contacts now, so it's gone up to 17, but a lot of these email autoresponders out there, what they'll do is they'll give you different plans that have like different things, and a lot of the really important stuff they like hide behind these really expensive plans, which is really frustrating. And ActiveCampaign gives pretty much everything: unlimited sending, email marketing, all the automation you need, all the newsletters, the everything but like the templates basically for the opt-in forms, which if you need, then you will have to upgrade to a higher plan. But typically people just use their own, like in WordPress sites and things like that. But anyway, their light plan is extremely powerful, okay? So you don't need anything more than the light plan, and I always recommend that unless you need like a CRM and all kinds of like powerful automation for sales teams. Then you're totally good with a simple light plan, which is exactly what I use. And as you can see, I've got great open rates, great emails, great automations, everything I need to really run a powerful email marketing business. So this has been a little long. There's a link down below, once again, to ActiveCampaign. There's going to be a link. I'm creating a really cool course on email marketing. And so if you're somewhat new or want to learn some just cool tips on how to make emails show up in the inbox and how to write emails that actually sell things, that will eventually show up. And all you have to do is sign up for ActiveCampaign through a link of mine, and I offer that bonus to you. So it's a really cool bonus, and it'll be coming out soon here. So click subscribe, and then you'll get notified of the bonus. And thanks so much, guys.